Hey everyone, it's Ron Barney over at BaseballSimResearch.com. Today we're going to take a look at the new NPNG Plus board reader version 4.0. This version has a lot of automation, a lot of new stuff. It does not have the auto sub feature yet. If anybody's been following my 1982 American League replay, you know I've been using that for the replay. It's working out pretty good, but I still want to do some additional tweaking for it. So it's not going to be included in this version. So I'm just going to load up a game. There's a couple different ways to start a game. Right, if you're using the as played lineups, you just go in, you choose whatever game it is you're going to run, click on copy lineups. That also does start the game. If you want to make a change before you start the game, like if we don't want Weeders to catch, we want somebody else to catch, we would just choose them, and I have no idea who many of these Orioles are, so I'm going to just choose hopefully somebody here that has a catching rating. And they don't, but I don't care. We're just going to go ahead and start. If I click on start game here, that will actually reinitialize everything, set everything back to normal, etc. So if you're not using as played lineups, choose your teams like you used to in the board reader 3.0 before we had the auto lineups. Mess around with your players, choose your teams, choose your players, choose your pitchers, etc. Once you're ready to go, click on start game. That'll initialize everything for you. So you still want to do that if at all possible. The biggest improvement on the board reader 4.0 is the automation of the base situation, the outs. Everything else that used to be automated still is. The scoreboard is automated as well. Down here in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see first, second, third, right now empty. These are the bases, okay? So as we start to play this game, you're going to see these numbers over here change. That is whichever one of these batting order lineups is the base runner that's on that base, and it'll show their speed ratings over here. Those speed ratings that are here are actually used to interpret the play results. So let me give you an idea of exactly what's going on. So I'm going to choose a Red Sox game because, as many of you know, I am a die-hard Red Sox fan. So let's go ahead and choose Boston at Cleveland. Opening day, David Price. I'm not sure what our salary per playoff win with Price is. Oh wait, that's right, I do know what it is. Anyway, so Betts is going to lead off. We click on roll. Out at first, pitcher to first. We end at bat, right, because Betts is now done, and automatically updates the outs for us and the base situation. It will update the score as we go along. You'll see that happening. So Pedroia grounds out, and Bogarts lines out. And if anybody's followed my 1982 American League replay, that's pretty much how the Red Sox perform. So you'll notice now that we're back to 0 outs. And we're now in the bottom of the first. Davis is now up. Price is now pitching. If we go over here to the play-by-play tab, you'll notice that, and this was part of the previous version, where everything was getting filled out. There's a couple formatting changes here. First, it gives you the batter, then the outs, base situation, play result number, play result text, and then the roles that were involved, first roll and second roll. So that'll dice roll 1, dice roll 2 if needed. The play results, play result number. So if we roll with Davis now, we get a 25, it's a strikeout on a 12 and a 13. We go over here, we get Davis, nobody out, nobody on. PRN 25, strikeout, 112 or 1-2 and 1-3. All right, end at bat, we roll again, home run. Yeah, this is pretty much how my Red Sox roll. End at bat, you'll notice it's now Cleveland 1-0. Okay, still 1 out, nobody on. For Lindor, who singles. I end at bat, he moves. We now have a runner on first, 1 out. Infield position will turn to red. If you have all of this, by the way, only works with reminders turned on. So if I turn off reminders, I'm going to have to do all this stuff myself. Certainly, if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But if every time I play the game, I turn on reminders, that handles all the stuff for me. Infield position will change to red when there gets to be a runner on third. Otherwise, it will automatically default to deep. So Lindor singled, right? We'll go over here to our play-by-play. Lindor, 1 out, nobody on. After the home run to Kipnis, Lindor singled to left center on a 2-5 and a 4-6. And so now Lindor is over here on first. Okay, he's a G, as indicated here. So if there's a play result now that comes up with a base runner speed where a G is involved, it'll automatically look down here, the code will, and see that the runner on first is indeed has good speed, and will interpret the play result number properly. So if I roll single line drive runner to second, and at bat now we got first and second, Lindor moves to second, Napoli to first. I am going to show you probably once we get a couple different play result numbers here how to recover from stuff. Pretty similar as the old version. If I did something incorrectly, I would just go up and choose my base situation. Let's say if I messed up with Napoli, okay, and I want to take Napoli's single away for whatever reason. Lindor was on first, right? There was still 1 out. I'm going to come down here, put a 0 here, which takes Lindor off second, and I'm going to put a 3 here, which puts Lindor on first, takes Napoli off the base, and I'm going to put Napoli up again. So that's basically how you recover. You can reset all of this stuff manually. I'm going to move everything back to where it was, which was first and second, 1 out. Lindor on second, Napoli on first, and we'll roll. And yeah, this is pretty much how my Red Sox perform. So it was good to see this in the demo video as well. So I'm just going to keep clicking here until I get some interesting stuff to show you. Hey, what do you know? Travis Shaw, early season homer, which is pretty much how he was last year, and then late season he kind of disappeared. So you can see it can become a quick fest between end at bat and roll. All right, so here, single to right center, or single to right, runner to third, P runner holds second. So when I click on end at bat, what's going to happen is it's going to take this play result number, read it, and there's code, lots of code, plenty of code behind all this, that basically reads this and says if the runner on first is poor, I'm only going to put him on second, otherwise I'm going to put him on third. Napoli's normal. So Santana's going to be on first, Napoli's going to be on third when I click on end at bat. Boom. Santana on first, Napoli on third. Still nobody out. Runner scores. I want to get, okay, here's one of the results I want to show you. If you get a 2-ball result, if I roll again and I get another 2-ball result, of course that's a walk. So if I click end at bat now, the application assumes that, because it doesn't keep track of how many balls or strikes there are, it assumes that because the play result was 2 balls and you just ended the at bat, that the batter actually walked. Okay, that's the only natural result there. So if you're in the click fest mode where you're just going back and forth between end at bat and roll, and you click end at bat prematurely, right? So now it changed everything to bases full, nobody out, 5-2 Cleveland. Put Bird on first, Gomes on second, and Santana on third. So that was wrong, okay, because it was only 2 balls. So we need to correct this now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put runners back on first and second. Yeah, I'm just going to double check it. Runners on first and second. Yep. All right, so I'm going to put runners on first and second. I am going to put Gomes back to first. I'm going to put Santana back to second. And I'm going to put the bases empty. This is pretty similar to what the umpires had to do in the 2004 ALCS. We took Rodriguez off second. We put Jeter back to first. And we incremented the outs when Rodriguez decided to slap his purse against the Red Sox. So first and second, nobody out. We're going to go back here because Bird is actually the batter, not Uribe. So now we basically recovered from our error. Okay, so we hit the 2 balls, hit the end at bat too soon. It was a 2-ball walk, not a 4-ball walk, so we're going to bring everybody back to where they are. So now, okay, here's another good one, right? Single left, 1 runner scores out of the second. G runner on first goes to third. So in this case, Gomes is only a 4 runner. So this should end up scoring Santana, which make it 6-2, and put Gomes on second and Bird on first. And it did. Okay. One other thing I want to do is I want to get a wild pitch. See, I almost did it again. I want to get a wild pitch or a pass ball. Okay, here's one thing that I got. This is probably a spacing error, so it's good to show you this. If the code is unable to interpret the play result text, which in this case it's a double play, runner forced to second, batter out at first, there's 1 out in the inning, so it's going to be a inning-ending double play anyway, so this will be pretty easy to recover from. You need to move everything and update everything. So this is play result 12 with runners on first and second, 1 out. If you get these, email me. Let me know the PRN number, in this case 12, the PRN text, and it's best to actually copy that cell and paste it into a notepad or your email, so I get the exact text as it is there, and I haven't got errors in games and games and games, and naturally the demo gods, when I go to do this, shows me an error, so I'll be correcting this one at some point. It says manually update the base situation, the outs, the team scores, and the base runners as needed. Okay, so I'm going to click OK, and everything went away. So what I'm going to do is come over here, right? This is what I ended up with. Davis, so I'm going to copy this, right, and then I would paste that into an email or paste that into a text file or something and send that back to me, and I'll get the code updated. So it was pretty easy in this particular case, right? Davis was up, it went ahead and put Kipnis up. It doesn't know where to put base runners though. You would have to manually do that depending on what actually happened. In this case it's easy for us because it's an inning-ending double play. So I just click on end inning and it continues on to the top of the fourth. 7-2, pretty realistic for my replays. As everybody knows, my Red Sox suck in the replays. So let's see if I can get it to continue on, not give me any more errors, except for when I want to get an error. I suppose I'm going to have to force this here, aren't I? Trying to get a pass ball or a wild pitch. Hey, at least my Red Sox scored. You'll also notice one of the new things over here is the roll results are actually highlighted for you, which is kind of cool. So it's not going to do it, and I honestly, off the top of my head, I do not know the PRNs are going to result in wild pitch or pass ball. So let's do this. If you end the at bat before the batter is actually out or safe, right before his at bat actually ends. I'll go ahead and throw Chicago and Oakland up here. If you get a wild pitch or pass ball down in here and you click end at bat, it is going to give you that unable to determine results message, but it's not because it couldn't interpret what happened. It's because you ended the at bat before the batter is actually before his plate appearance ends. Okay, so if you get a wild pitch or a pass ball or a pickoff, the base runner is the base situation, the score, and the out is automatically and instantly going to update. Okay, so sometimes, I mean, it happens like instantly. So sometimes I have to go over to the play-by-play and look and see what happened, and then figure out based on what the score is now, etc., what actually happened. But if you click end at bat when this says wild pitch, in fact, let's do this. Let me see if I can find a wild pitch. All right. I'm going to force this. Yay, the demo gods love me. I'm going to totally mess up my spreadsheet. All right, wild pitch, runners advance one base. Let's say I've got a runner on second, and it's Alonso. Right. So I got Alonso on second. Wild pitch, runners advance one base. So if I rolled this result, it would actually go ahead and instantly put him on third, take him off second, and it would put him on third. Whoops. Okay, when it does that, if I click end at bat, it's going to say, unable to determine play results, blah, blah, blah. Click OK. So now what I've got is I still have Crisp up at bat, right? Crisp was the one that was at bat. So I need to put Crisp at bat again, leave the runner on third, leave nobody out, and I'm going to, choose whether to be in or deep. But now I can continue the at bat with Crisp. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. The copy lineup stuff still works. The new start game button down here, out of the way of all the other buttons, for when you're not using as played lineups. The base runners are tracked down here in the lower left-hand corner, and all of the base situation outs, etc., is all updated for you automatically. The intentional walk button. Runner on third, we're going to intentionally walk Crisp. Issue an intentional walk, yes or no. It'll now put that intentional walk text in here. You'll notice it's actually overwritten. There's no formula there. And you end at bat, and now we've got runners on first and third, just as it should. So that's how you issue an intentional walk. The end inning button is still enabled, even when you have the reminders on, because if there's 2 outs and you get a pickoff, you can't click end at bat because the plate appearance hasn't ended. So you just have to do the end inning, and that'll move you on to the next inning. So that's it for this one. That was the first take. It's the only take. I think I made it through all right. Visit my website. Visit the Delphi forum. Bill has a great game, awesome game. I'm trying to make it a little bit faster to play because I hate playing long games. I now with the version 4.0, I'm down to like 8 to 12 minutes per game. That's with the auto sub feature. But that'll be coming soon, probably mid 2017, because I've still got to do some work on it. But that's NPNG plus Board Reader 4.0. Visit the Delphi forum. Visit ntlpt.com, nationalpastime.com, and visit baseballsimresearch.com. My apologies, Bill, for nearly forgetting the URL off the top of my head. That's it tonight.